As we got into visual development, this is where we start really refining the story. And this takes a team of artists to work through. We had 4 main characters in the film: Andy, Olivia, the recipient, Jack, the trainer, and Jill, the puppy raiser. And we had to develop and design those characters based off real actors that we started with. And we went from there and, basically started mixing the personalities and coming up with our own palette of characters. One of the things with Andy, the character design was, I always thought of him as this lovable, this Forrest Gump in a ball of fur.
Yes,
so where he got knocked down, he'd get back up, and he's happy. It didn't faze him at all. And that's when the trauma of the wheel running over his tail was probably the biggest impact in his life that really made him be afraid and have to overcome that fear.
I love the scene of him looking out the window with his tail all bandaged. That was so funny.
Yeah, that's a great moment where you feel for the little guy.
Ashamed and embarrassed.
Yes. But yet he had this boldness and confidence in him that we worked through. And, as you develop these characters, you have to then model them, put them in 3D. And this is a turntable example. You put textures on him. And from there, you're looking at, environments. We had 5 key environment spots. And this is an example of a real life, small town. And that's a character. You have to really play that up. And so we had great artists involved, like Matt Gazer, who did these great emotional images that supported Andy. And then you model that and you come out with a full environment. The color scripts are really the most fun for me because the color scripts tell the emotional heartbeat of the film. So if you watch, we opened up, the first scene was early morning, which you have like God rays coming in. It's very quiet and safe. And then the doorbell rings and there's action, right? So we take off. And from there, you go into the moment of where he gets out of his box, he goes out in the yard, then he goes out in the town, and then he has his moment, his traumatic moment. And if you notice, the color scheme starts to turn more blue tones because it's more of a sad, it was raining and all that. And then he goes through training, he goes through his Rocky moment, and he succeeds.